in New York, transportation, whether by car, subway, or airplane, is a lifeline for millions, but there are challenges ahead. Transportation is crucial, not just for getting around, but for key sectors of the economy, including water resources, energy, and getting goods and services. Most components of the transportation system were built to withstand weather, but not at the extent that we're experiencing it today. Extreme heat, wildfires, droughts, flooding, and severe storms made worse by climate change are putting stress on transportation infrastructure. High temperatures even make airport operations more difficult. Experts have given the U.S. transit system a D- grade, saying the system is aging and that agencies simply don't have enough money to keep things in working order. And unless changes are made, things aren't going to get any better, especially if no changes are made to what powers transportation: energy. Transportation accounts for over a quarter of carbon dioxide emissions, more emissions overall than any other sector of the economy. Most of the vehicles Americans rely on every day burn fossil fuels, releasing harmful greenhouse gases into the air, which warm the atmosphere and fuel the weather events that are damaging the systems in place. The EPA says the costs of inaction are steep, especially if emissions continue to rise unabated and infrastructure is not adapted to the changing climate. If changes aren't made, the EPA says it could cause the U.S. hundreds of billions of dollars of damage per year by 2090. Governments and industries are stepping up with policy solutions and innovations, but are they enough? One of the leading solutions is the shift toward electric vehicles, but that poses challenges like building enough charging stations and ensuring the electricity powering these vehicles comes from renewable sources. Public transportation is also being reimagined, with investments being made to expand metro systems, bus networks, and bike lanes. These policies not only reduce emissions, but also ease traffic congestion and improve air quality in urban areas. The transition to electric vehicles and cleaner public transportations is critical, but investing in sustainable fuel alternatives like hydrogen and biofuels is also essential in minimizing climate impacts. Much of the nation's transportation infrastructure needs to be updated and rebuilt. Non-stop cycles of heat, flooding, and drought are causing roads to crumble and impacting the energy sources that are needed for transportation to function. It all comes down to this: transportation that relies on fossil fuels is contributing to a climate crisis that is making the same transportation more difficult and dangerous. It's a long and expensive road ahead to make all the necessary changes, but it needs to happen now to ensure that the U.S. is prepared and able to properly function in the day-to-day. And that's why 2024 just might be the climate election.